Nollywood Week Paris 2019 is here, and they announced the feature films and short films that have been selected for the festival, and I figured, you know what? We might as well talk about them. So I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on, most especially the feature films. Do I think they were worthy of the selection? Whatever. Hey you, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adenike, Adebayo-Esho, movie and wait. It felt like I was rough. My name is Adenike, Adebayo-Esho, movie and lifestyle vlogger. Alright, so like I mentioned, Nollywood Week Paris 2019 is here, and they announced the feature films and short films that have been selected for the festival this year. And I was like, you know what, you need to be interesting for us to actually talk about them, especially for those of us that have seen most, if not all, of these movies. And I think I've seen almost all the feature films. Anyway, we're about to find out. So this year, the festival is going in the direction of female storytellers and stories being told from a female perspective, you know, the female narrative and things and those kind of angles. So I think that's a very, very interesting angle for them to approach this year, because as I mentioned in my 2018 recap, that I thought that 2018 was the year of the female filmmaker, because some of the biggest movies we had in 2018 were either directed by female filmmakers or featured amazing performances by female actors and actresses. So I just think that, you know, Nollywood Week Paris doing this is also in line with what happened with last year. So number one is God Calling, directed by Bibi Shashore. God Calling, I can see why they chose God Calling, or why God Calling was selected, because one, the performances were great, were top notch. Zainab Balogun's performance was, you know, it was good, it was deep, she had depth, she had layers, you know. And then the CGIs in God Calling for a Nollywood film was pretty impressive. And then the story being told as well, it's faith-based, but it's still told in a relatable way, like a modern day faith-based story. Number two is King of Boys by Kemi Adetiba. Of course, King of Boys needed to have been selected. It was arguably the biggest film out of Nollywood last year. King of Boys, mad. You guys already know what I think about King of Boys as well. I reviewed it, you know, I gave my thoughts on it. Aside from the fact that it was one of the biggest last year, it also features fantastic performances, amazing performances by the actors and actresses. Kemi did well in pulling the film together and telling that kind of story. So I can see why King of Boys would have been selected, but what I'm more interested in, or what I'm looking forward to, is how the audience in Paris respond, you know, the Europeans respond to King of Boys. Number three is Knockout Blessing, directed by Dario Olatunji. I saw Knockout Blessing in December, and confession, I reviewed it. Yes, I did. I just never got around to editing and uploading it. See my life outside. And I remember Adenike being one of my best actresses last year because of her performance in Knockout Blessing. And Dario Olatunji is known for telling stories from quote and unquote weird perspective, angle, what's the word? His movies are almost always more festival friendly than cinema friendly, and that's why a movie like Ojukokoro probably didn't do as well as it should have done at the cinemas when it was released. And then same thing for Knockout Blessing as well, because it takes a specific kind of mind to actually be entertained by those kind of movies. So number four is Lara and the Beat, directed by Tosin Koka. This one, let me not lie, I don't get it. You know, I don't understand why. I mean, okay, maybe it was selected because of its commercial value. You know, there are lots of stars in it, but I don't think that should be a reason for a movie to make it to Nollywood Week Paris. You guys know how I feel about Lara and the Beat. Unless if they re-edited and submitted a different cut for Nollywood Week Paris, which I sincerely doubt. But this movie, yeah, I mean, congratulations to them and stuff, but Number 5 is Light in the Dark, directed by Mekunye. Sorry. This one I did not watch and I was so disappointed. Light in the Dark, I remember I heard so much about. It's just that the showtimes at the cinemas were also, I didn't get to see it at the cinemas. Number 6 is Moms at War, directed by Omoni Oboli. Yes, Moms at War, again, is a commercial film, but it tells an interesting story, okay? The title, it's one of those films where the title does not do it justice. Because when you hear Moms at War, you hear, oh, yet another comedy. But then you watch it and you're like, come to think of it, it's actually really good. And it's just the title that's just very, you know, off. Number 7 is Nigerian Prince, directed by Faraday Okoro. Now, Nigerian Prince, I believe, is not an official selection, but it's like a special screening that will take place at the festival. So what that means is when it's an official selection, it's like it's in competition. Faraday Okoro's Nigerian Prince will be a special screening because even though it's a Nigerian story, it's not a Nollywood film. Number 8 is Oga Bolaji by Kayode Kasum. See, listen, when I saw Oga Bolaji on the list, I was like, Kayode, what is it? Are you the only one? Are you the only one? This movie has been to nothing less than 8 film festivals, if I'm correct. Let me just exaggerate and say 10. Nothing less than 10 film festivals. This Oga Bolaji by Kayode Kasum. It tells a story that's emotional, you know. It takes you on a journey about this older man and how he finds love and the struggles in his life and, you know, all of that. Number 9 is Up North, directed by Adebayo-Esho. Up North I reviewed in December. I already shared my thoughts on the film. It's been selected. The last but definitely not the least movie has not been announced and it's going to be the closing film at the festival. I'm not sure which one is going to be the opening film. In fact, I've not seen their schedule for this year. But one of these films will be the opening film and then the closing film. And those are supposed to be like the 2 biggest movies or the 2 best or whatever movies at the festival, the opening and the closing film. But regardless, I am excited for this movies. Congratulations to all the filmmakers and actors and actresses and crew, everyone that participated in one way or the other in all those movies. Well done, guys. Kudos to you and congratulations to Nollywood Week Paris for coming back again in 2019. Well done to you guys for all the hard work. What do you guys think about these movies being shown in Europe? Let's talk. You know, Europeans are going to watch these films and they're going to make their perceptions, or they're going to create opinions about Nigeria as a country. Whatever your thoughts are, you know what to do. Leave them down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. You can't spell me without you, but that's a lie because you can spell me without you. But you know what I'm saying. I love you. Remain in God and God bless you. Mwah. Bye.